A beautiful morning to you all out there. It's another beautiful Monday, and you're welcome to U45 Morning Show. I am Shegun Dinola Adeyemi.
Good morning, Lagosians. Good morning, Nigerians. Great to be here this morning for the U45 Morning Show. I am Osage Solomon Wilfred.
All right, so this morning we'll be looking at the newspaper headlines to review, and also hashtag and trends. Sporting Joel is here, and also we will be looking at the issues that happened in the country, right, due to lack of food, let me say that, due to the hunger
Crisis, yeah.
in the land. So we'll be taking a look at that. But then you need to understand that whatever situation you find yourself, always be thankful to God, because you never can tell what would have happened if all of this does not happen. I mean, some people feel there's a reason for all of these things happening at this moment. So let's just be grateful for life. Let's be thankful for our health and sound mind. All right, straight up, so we'll just go straight to the paper review for this morning.
All right, straight, I'll be starting off with the Vanguard this morning. A lot is happening in the nation, and there are a lot of stories on the dailies. This morning, the Vanguard newspaper, the main headline says, "Job losses, factory closure loom as unsold goods pile up." That's according to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. And the writer says, Naira plunges 254% in 8 months. Another writer says, existence of MSMES further threatened. ASBOB. Another writer says, CBN should adopt managed flotation of the Naira. That's according to CPPE. That story is on page 19 of the Vanguard newspaper. Moving on the Vanguard newspaper, another story says, Edo Guba, 15 men, 1 woman, angling to succeed Obaseki. That story is on page 10. Forex crisis, clamp down on BDCS will worsen situation. That's according to Peter Obi. Anti-hardship rally, Falano writes AGF seeks protection for NLC protesters. The story is on page 5 of the Guardian newspaper. Moving on, the Guardian, there's a diagram here. Nigeria reaping the benefits of reform. There's a diagram here. The first column says 3.46% year-on-year GDP growth in the fourth quarter of 2023 versus a 2.54% in the third quarter. That's a better performance than anticipated. On the second column, we have capital importation into Nigeria up 66% in the fourth quarter of 2023, reversing a 36% decline in the third quarter. The next column is petrol importation is down by 50% since petrol subsidy removal. I mean, that's very obvious to everybody. The next column says January 2024 Nigerian Stock Exchange ASI crosses 100,000 mark its highest ever. And the next column says oil production has risen from 1.22 mpbp per
That's million
million barrel
per day
in the second quarter of 2023 to 1.55 million barrel per day in the fourth quarter of 2023. This information is from the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation. And that's all for the Vanguard this morning.
All right, away from the Vanguard, we'll go straight to the Nigerian Tribune, and then the front burner says economists dissect Nigeria's problem, profile solutions. You find that on page 6. And then the writer says Teriba Riwane, Kale, Adebajo, Fasao, Okiti, Shitabe want fiscal discipline introduced. A reset of country's economic framework to target key sectors, government to sell real estate assets within 2 to 6 months to attract dollars, the poor and vulnerable targeted through expenditure subsidies. Now another headline says MBF CUPP LP fault INEC on integrity of 2023 elections. You find more of that story on page 22 of the Nigerian Tribune. Another headline says Tinubu sets up economic advisory committee meets Dangote, Elumelu, Rabiu, Soludo, Abiodun, DG and MAN. That's Manufacturing Association. Another headline says Qatar makes U-turn, confirms investment forum will hold during Tinubu's visit. Yahya Bello's legacy in infrastructure, health, others worth emulating, says NGE. And then atop the newspaper, Atiku to Tinubu, adopt Argentina's economic recovery initiatives to stabilize economy. And then away from that, economic hardship, NLC accuses federal government of plans to attack people rallies. Now, the writer says Falana writes federal government says labor protest constitutional, not contemptuous. And the writer says demands police protection for protesters. And the writer says 65 CSOs pull out. Well, there's a diagram beneath, just like we had in the Vanguard. Same thing is here in the Nigerian Tribune. With that, we round up the Nigerian Tribune review.
All right, I'm still on the newspaper review. Now to the Punch. The Punch newspaper, the main headline says NLC protest, presidency, police issue fresh warnings as 65 groups pull out. The writer says don't disrupt commercial activities, vehicular movements, and then Lagos CP tells protesters. Another writer said protest illegal, says presidency. CSOs, NLC alleges government plots to disrupt demonstration. That story is on page 3 of the Punch, or page 2 of the Punch newspaper. Moving on the Punch newspaper, it says BDC operators plan mergers and forge mandatory deposit. That story is on page 13. Port terminal operator, dock worker arrested over 1,044.29 kg cocaine. That story is on page 5. Food smuggling, custom to man 1,500 illegal routes with drones. That story is on page 7. Moving up on the Punch newspaper, Forex crisis threatens modular refineries, 25 billion naira daily crude input. Page 21 of the Punch. 50th anniversary Punch photo exhibition begins. Word. Governors Elumelu, Dangote make Tinubu's economic advisory panel. That story is on page 22 of the Punch newspaper, and that'll be all for the Punch newspaper this morning.
All right, and then moving straight ahead to the Daily Trust. And the Daily Trust says Qatar backtracks, hosts Nigeria Business Forum. Another headline says Nigerians, northern senators welcome ECOWAS lifting of sanctions. That's the sanction on Niger, Chad, and Burkina Faso. Hardship. NLC mobilizes for protest despite federal government's warning. Gaza trios talks resume in Doha. And then away from that, Builders seek alternatives as cement price soars. And also you see an image of the federal government palliative or custom palliatives to the citizens of the country. That's the rice that's being sold at a very, very cheap price at the custom headquarters of the head office in Lagos right here. And also just beneath that you see the Nigeria reaping the benefits of reform, according to what we've said earlier. So it says 3.46% year-on-year GDP growth in fourth quarter of 2023 versus the 2.54% in the third quarter, a better performance than anticipated. And also capital importation into Nigeria up 66% in fourth quarter of 2023, reversing a 36% decline in the third quarter. And also petroleum importation is down by 50% since petrol subsidy removal. And also January 2024, Nigerian Stock Exchange ASI crosses 100,000. That marks its highest ever. And then finally the oil production has risen from 1.22 million barrel per day in second quarter of 2023 to 1.55 in the fourth quarter of 2023. And that'll be it for the Daily Trust on U45 this morning.
All right, moving to the Daily Times. The Daily Times main headline says, protest, NLC adamant as FG, Afenifere, Wanezi, others differ. That story is on page 4 of the Daily Times. Tinubu meets Dangote, Lumelu, others seek support for economic policies. Fire destroys FCT Minister of State's residence. That story is on page 2 of the Daily Times. CBN fixes duty charges to Form M amidst calls for 1,000 naira per dollar rate. Just Disco records 5 billion naira losses monthly. That story is on page 2. Qatar reverses self, agrees to host investment forum. That story is on page 5. And finally, on the Daily Times, it says Naira closes week at 1,665.50 kobo per dollar amidst demand pressure.
All right, and that will be all on the newspaper review this morning. Straight up, we'll just head down to the hashtag and trends. I mean, a lot is happening. A lot is happening. And at the talk of town is that of Omalay's performance, Omalay's concert with the lady he danced with. And then he said the lady Omalay danced with on stage apologizes to her boyfriend. She said so she made a video, right? She made a video, and then during the video, by the way she was talking, looking at her, you will see that there is no sign of remorse in it, because she went further to say she bought the ticket for her and her boyfriend to go watch the concert because she wanted to have fun, meaning it was all about her. And then when Omalay called her over, she went and then she gave it all. She gave her all. And the guy was angry, and then people came and said, look, Omalay shouldn't have done that. And then she came out to say, look, she wanted to have fun, that she's sorry for what she did. It wasn't right, but she wanted to have fun. That's why she had to, she paid for the ticket for both her and her boyfriend to attend it.
Okay, so for me, when people say they want to have fun, I mean, fun varies from individuals. So for her, that's fun. Grinding and whining another man
in front of your man.
In front of your man is fun. I think we need to have a a holistic definition when it comes to what fun is and what fun isn't. For me, I think she went a little overboard with her being all over the place with Omah. I mean, I read the response of Omah. He said he had asked her if she was alone, and she said yes.
She wanted to have fun.
So, well, for me, I think maybe the relationship is new, or she's probably obsessed with Omah, or she's the one dictating the finances of that relationship, because she's quick to defend the fact that she got, I bought the ticket. Because a lot of Nigerians have come out to say, so a man will take you out on the concert, buy you a ticket, and you go and do that to another man. That's disrespectful. Even the ladies called her out, and she said, no, I bought my ticket. So is she trying to justify the act? Well, Segun, that just goes to tell you how the society is currently. People we can no longer tell what is good and what isn't, what is bad and what isn't. Provided, I'm even surprised that she's been called out by ladies. Usually they'll say, "Go have fun, girl."
Exactly. Exactly.
But it's okay.
Women supporting women in their, even in their bad character, in their wrong attitude, just to support women. But it's good. It's good. They called her out, and then hopefully she'll learn. And if she does not learn, well, it's up to her. And then another story is a filmmaker, Biodun Steven, saying, "Dear young girls, close your laps. Stop having babies you can't raise." Very important. Very important. Now you see some young ladies, they get pregnant, and then after getting pregnant, they give birth to this child. They can't raise the child. Now they take the child to the village to one grandmother, and the grandmother, a grandmother will always be a grandmother. They will pet these babies because they are old already. They just want, so they will pet these children, and then maybe when the child gets to 19, 20, then you go back to the village and say you want to bring the child back to the city, and then brings this child to the city and just starts to misbehave because you can't control the child.
Well, apart from the impact it will have in the society, I mean, we all know what the situation is right now. Financially, inflation and all of that. There are a lot of single mothers out there, and usually it is the women that bear the brunt.
Of course.
They want to be close to their babies. Children, children and their mothers are always very, clingy, especially in the formative years. So we see how many of these ladies struggle to raise these children alone. It's not easy. Even when you have a partner, it's not easy to raise a child, let alone when you're doing it all by yourself. So I think this is a good advice, from Biodun Steven. Women should learn. Young people generally should learn to control their emotions. And the population of Nigeria is on the rise. We shouldn't add more people to the current one we're having.
But we can't help it. We have to add to it.
There's something about poverty and having more children. I don't know.
They go hand in hand,
Yes.
They go hand in hand.
Because instead of you going to Silverbird Cinema, you want to go watch a movie, you want to go to the mall, you want to go to to have fun, amusement parks and all of the outings.
When you have the money.
When you have the money, you want to see movies. But your movie is your partner. Your concert is your partner's body. Everything you want to do, you want to spend time with them. Before you start having more kids. So poverty, lack, and having more kids.
They go hand in hand. They're like 5 and 6.
Some of the poorest nations in the world are also the most populated nations in the world.
But that shouldn't have been, because Nigeria, we shouldn't be amongst the poorest. We should be among the elites, But anyway, that's another story for another day. This story, this is Seun Kuti. It says, if you are a millionaire, you have more in common with a homeless person than you ever have with someone like Aliko Dangote, Femi Otedola, Tony Elumelu, and co. Why do you think that is, though?
Well, I'm still trying to wrap my head around what Sean is trying to pass across here.
But if you ask me, now I would say it's right because how much you have? Few millions. There are some luxurious mobile vehicles that the steering rack is like 3 million. That's the full money. That's the whole money you have. You have 3 million. There are some that the gearbox is like 7 million. So you can't compete with those kind of people. Definitely. I mean, you have things in common with the poor man, because now the man on the street is saying, if I can just, even you're saying, if I could just have my way to get to Aso Rock, to see the president, let me propose my business idea, to see the governor, let me propose. But people like Aliko Dangote, they don't have to say if it's a dial away. Please, I would like to schedule a meeting with the president. Do you understand? So there are levels to these things, and someone said that this year 2024, or this current administration 2024, there's a clear demarcation between the poor and the rich. Initially, we used to have the middle class. If you have tens of millions, you're in the middle class. If you like that bit, and then there's the lower class, and then the Aliko Dangote of this world, they're in the upper class. But now there is no middle class. The middle class has been elevated. So it's either you're in the upper class or you're in the lower class. So with your tens of millions, you're still in the lower class, my brother.
Okay, so what's Seun trying? What should we do with this type of information? Nigeria, we are going through a lot currently.
Yes. So what you should do with this kind of information is that if you think you have 10 million, I want to do big boys, you are doing yourself.
Well, I think I get his point though, and for me also, I think we should be preaching love, the spirit. We should be preaching sharing and giving and helping the other person, stay afloat. People are going through a lot. This is not the time to use your wealth and your monies to oppress your neighborhood, your environment, your friends, your family members. Nigeria is in a very terrible state right now.
It is.
No matter how wealthy you are, like Seun is saying, you will be beaten. It's unavoidable. You will be beaten.
Alright, so finally, because of our time, now this one is according to Basket Mouth. It said, all these juju people self, why be say na juju wey woman they use catch man and money ritual then they sabi do pass? Then he said, them no sabi the one wey go make dollar drop to 150 naira or something to make our leaders have empathy and sense.
I think he's talking about all of these kayamata and all of these charms that women do to get men. You see, there's a video I saw, not by a Nigerian lady. She said something. She was in a conference and she said something very vital. She said, whether women like it or not, the price is the man. And everybody was like, hey, wait a minute. Why are we doing certain things? And I'm trying to connect it to what
You're saying,
what Basket Mouth is saying. If you guys say you can do without men, yet you go this far to charm a man, to tame a man, to make him do your bidding, why? If the man is dispensable, why would you do all of that? So truly, the man is the price. But we are faced with more challenges here.
yeah,
As a people, as a nation. Why aren't some of these women finding ways around those things? Why does it have to always be how to get a man, tame a man, get pregnant for a man, charm a man? This act is as old as life itself, Seun.
all right, it is as old as life itself, and hopefully we know that one way or the other, or someday soon, all of these things will be clarified and people we will know that which is important and that which is not, basically. All right, guys, on this note as well, we'll say thank you for joining us on the hashtag and trends. So we'll go on a short break, and when we return, we'll quickly look at the disbursement of the Nigerian rice, our rice, and by the Nigerian Customs Service, and its implications. All of this we'll look at after the break. So do not go anywhere. Stay with us.
Some school of thoughts believe the major challenges confronting Nigeria as a nation is caused by poor leadership. How true is this? You and I can actually put government into tools to deliver the dividends of democracy. Join us every Saturday by 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let us look at the issues confronting us as a nation together with talk heads. Nigeria can be great again. I'm Adenike Owoye Ajiboye. Keep it date.
What up, guys? How's your day going? How are you doing this? I want to believe that you're having fun, right? This bright and sunny day. You know that once you see this duo, on your TV screen. We're here to serve you some entertainment.
And of course, entertaining gist coupled with good music won't hurt anybody, right? So here on Super Lunch, we get to entertain you, educate you on recent happenings in the world of entertainment. I am your girl, Eva Grace.
And I am Shegun Delola Adeyemi, the Duke of your airwaves. You know how it is. We serve you good entertainment Mondays all through to Fridays. And that's how we do. We'll take you on a smooth ride of entertainment. So don't go nowhere. Join us every Mondays to Fridays. We love you guys.
There's no place for pretense. I can't watch you stand. Oh no.
Ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Yusuf Olúṣọlá ni orúkọ ti tèmi Funky ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ̀ tó gbásìkì tó dùn tó kì tó yí gbogbo. Ẹ pàdé mi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursday 8:30 to 9:30 àti gbogbo ọjọ́ Saturday 1 to 2 fún ètò tó ga jù. Ẹ má miss ẹ̀, ó ga jù lẹ́tò. Ẹ pàdé mi, ó ṣàfàfà.
Lẹ́nu ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu ó dùn lẹ́nu. Come what I cannot do.
Welcome to Naija Plus. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no. Waiting be your plan for your country, and waiting yourself what make your country do for you. You need to give something before you take something. Now the only way matter fit balance. Not be say fowl no plan to fly you, but the power no carry am. As matter dey shele for inside Naija, make yourself chook your mouth, make we build our country. Not be every time we go talk things bad. Come out for that corner before mosquito bite your tortoise. Oya, e get as e happen for your area and you want make plenty eye see am, make you hear am, make you for reach authority. You get video of the scene? Send am sharp sharp. Before I forget, now top super screen we dey and my name na Mr. Peace, that MC with a biggie swag. Naija na for everybody. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no.
All right, you're welcome back from that break. And then the topic we'll be looking at today is palliatives, customs distribution of rice and its implication. That's what we'll be looking at today. As you recall, on Thursday, Friday during the week, that's last week and over the weekend, the Nigerian Customs Service at Alve Road in Yaba here, they decided to distribute palliatives, rice, and at a very, very affordable price, from 10,000 naira for half a bag. And then people went in their numbers. A lot of people went there in the number. They trooped there, and there was stampede. As you will have emphasized that people will turn out in their numbers because of the level of hunger in the land, and then if it's not adequately monitored, there will be consequences. Though there were military personnel there to assist, to help, but that was not enough.
Yeah, you could tell, Shegun, that the NCS was trying to play their own role, to help, ameliorate the current situation Nigerians are going through, and that's why they pegged some bottlenecks to reduce the crowd. Number one was the use of your national identity, NIN, number, which they feel that, okay, this will also reduce the number because they are sure that not everybody would have their NIN intact. The second one was to say, okay, 10,000 naira. So before you are doing that, the fastest person to get 10,000 naira will get, so these are ways to help curb the numbers. But unfortunately, Nigerians are going through a lot. If you put it at 50,000 naira,
yes, people
you will
will
still have the crowd.
Because a pint of rice, pint bucket of rice, the cheapest is 6,000 naira. And you're saying half a bag for 10,000 naira. People will look for the money wherever the money is. They will look for the money.
They don't mind even to borrow.
Exactly.
Just to get that rice. And some of them wouldn't mind to even sell part of it.
Yes.
Because
so market women will come there, buy and resell.
As at Friday, I heard that rice was already 90,000 naira. On Saturday, I heard from people who are into sales of rice that rice is already 90,000 plus. As at Saturday, I don't know what the price is currently. So imagine you making an extra 80,000 plus in a bag of rice, So, a lot of Nigerians criticized the whole process, while some Nigerians felt that, okay, the Nigerian Customs Service have not done badly. The issue was they probably didn't envisage that type of turnout.
But in this era, you should have planned for that. Now, a better way to have done this thing is to, you could go through the route of local government by local government. You understand? Now, if you go through the route of local government by local government, the only fear is it might not get to the people.
That is it.
That's
what the custom is trying to avoid.
Might not get to
At least we saw people get rice. At the local government levels, it will be planned by some local government workers. You just see them carrying their rice straight into their offices. The rice is still the local government. Chairman, take your 50 bags. Take your, so I think that's what the custom they're trying to avoid. They want this food to get to the people. These are rice that was seized from smugglers, over 200, about 20,000 bags, So they want it to get to the people. And unfortunately, the stampede happened. The crowd was uncontrollable.
Of course.
Another thing I think they could have done was to distribute it to their various outlets to reduce the crowd at that station alone. If collection centers...
But you know that Nigerian Customs Service, they still have to go about their daily activities. So if they use all their facilities for this, it will obstruct their duties.
Well, I get your point, but the truth is, Shegun, with the population of Lagos State, you cannot have one collection center. It won't work. If we have about 3-4 collection centers for that week, ongoing, let's see how it works. If it's disrupting the activities, okay, we can say, okay, let's suspend activities here or move other activities. You know, there are ways to do it, but you cannot have one collection center because some people just go. In fact, I heard that the crowd that turned up on Saturday alone doubled the crowd for Thursday and Friday.
Yes.
And that's it. If they had continued with that distribution, I'm sure maybe some of our colleagues will not be at work this morning.
As a Friday, a friend of mine said, while he was at work, the ambulance was bringing 4 dead bodies, 4 corpses to their facility, meaning people left their homes to feed the home, to get something to take back home in order to feed their family, but they never returned home. And the people whom they left at home will be expecting that their mom, their dad, their guardian, whoever the person is, will be coming back home. But unfortunately, the sad story is they weren't going back home. They had gone to the great beyond. So it is the level of hunger in the country. For instance, there's no problem for all of these things, right? If the borders can be opened for a short period of time, let's say from now to the 3rd quarter of this year, open the borders, let foodstuffs, let it come in, till we are able to grow ours, you understand, and then let the prices reduce. With that, if a bag of rice was sold for 20,000 naira, or let's say 20,000 naira, nobody will go and kill themselves for this bag of rice.
Exactly.
Even the bag of rice is 15,000, because it was half of bag of rice that was 10,000. So even if you say the full bag of rice 10,000, and when you go to the market it is 20,000, people would rather go to the market and go and buy for 20,000 than go stress themselves out for just 10,000 naira. Do you understand? So all of these things, the government have to take a good look at it and know what they're doing. And in the newspaper, in the dailies this morning, we saw where the federal government is saying they want to halt, or the central bank, they want to halt the BEDC, that's Bureau de Change. What you cannot. I mean, you cannot. You have to put policies in place, policies that will help people. I mean, this is a very
Good
beautiful initiative. Yes, it's lovely.
It's laudable. But look at the crowd. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Hunger cannot allow you think straight. Hunger will not allow people think straight. So they cannot be in their right senses. They cannot be in the right state of mind, because the hunger is hitting
Like they'll say,
real hard.
an hungry man is an angry man.
Exactly.
People came with anger. Don't step on me. Don't push me. Don't, I can imagine how that environment would have been on Friday. Well, there's another story here that says APC mourns their member. In a short message shared on WhatsApp, the APC leadership in Ward E1, Surulere, Lagos, announced the death of Adebanjo Comfort Fumilayo, one of its members, who died during the stampede that occurred at the custom office in Yaba. They said that it is with a heavy heart and regrets that they announced the painful death of one of their members in Ward E1, Mrs. Adebanjo Comfort Fumilayo, of house number 104, Ibindu Street, Akimani Street, Ujuelegba. Shegun, this is a sad one. Our condolences go to the family. But you can see that even government officials, are not spared. And this is what we talk about when you make the economy hard for people, when you make the economy difficult for people. someone close to you, someone dear to you might just also be a victim.
Of course.
You know,
Of course.
it's really a sad one. Like we said earlier, Shegun, everybody's suffering from what's going on.
Everybody. See,
Unless you are the Dangotes, like we said, you won't really feel the bite. But you have siblings, you have relatives down the ladder, so they are still feeling it.
of course. Now just take a look at this woman trying to climb
It's unbelievable.
on the look.
Look at military people.
Yes, they called them. They had to be there to help out, to do, but it is not enough. It is not enough.
Shegun, I mean, can I ask you, in your opinion, should they want to go ahead with this laudable initiative, how best do you think this can be shared to the people?
I said it. I said local government secretariats. Now,
Okay.
you might not hand it over
Okay.
to the local government.
You're just using their outlets
Just
for
yes,
distribution.
use their facility.
Okay.
Now, let the custom service personnel go there. Let the Nigerian military, either Navy, Air Force, or Army, let them be on standby. You understand? You have your neighborhood watch as well. Let them be on standby too. Now we have several local governments in Lagos, so distribute it around, and then be there to
To
do.
monitor their
So people, instead of everybody going to Ave, if you're in Shomolu, you go to Shomolu. If you're in Surulere, you go to the Surulere. If you're in Mushin, you go to Mushin. If you're in Ladipo, you go to Ladipo. If you're in Yanokbaja, you go to Yanokbaja. You don't have to come all the way down to. I mean, with that, you've distributed it, and people, the key will not be this much, and then you can control it.
Well, I think I agree with you. That will help the equitable distribution of this, because it's painful.
Very.
I can imagine how the custom, because one of their officers had said that what started peacefully on Thursday, Nigerians became impatient and disrupted the activities on Friday, and they had to stop. After the stampede, it makes no sense.
Yes, it
And
makes no sense to
makes no
continue.
sense.
Let
People have
everybody,
died.
people go home. Just go home. I mean, and it was helping. It was helping. Look at it. It was helping. At least the outback for 10,000 naira, it will go a long way.
That was about 25 kg.
It will go a long way. It will help. And, well, Nigerians are still going to resort to what we used to do before, eating swallow every time. I only eat rice on Sundays or special occasion. Now, rice is now becoming a luxury. It's becoming a luxury. Hopefully, we will be able to curb all of these things, and even beans that has been grown in Nigeria here up north.
You know, I mean, somebody said it last week. One of the OAPs or the celebrities said it, that even some homegrown products that have no connection with foreign exchange, the Nigerians are also taking advantage of Nigerians.
Of course.
Selling those products.
Of course.
The vulcanizer on the street, you ask him, why are you charging someone? You tell you that it's dollar.
Dollars.
You understand? So I think Nigerians, the citizens are not your problem.
Of
The
course.
fellow man is not your problem. You understand? So we shouldn't usurp that opportunity. We shouldn't take advantage of the common man and jack up everything. I went to a store during the week. This guy is into importation of cutlery, so very fanciful, beautiful home use cutleries. And when he was giving me some ridiculous prices, and I was like, why? He said, "Oga, dollar don't go up." I said, "This is old stock. Let's be real. This is old stock. Dollar didn't affect this one." You understand? So Nigerians should be. We shouldn't. There's no need flogging a dead horse. We're already on he who is on the ground fears no. We're already on the floor.
Of course.
Everybody's feeling the bite.
Everybody's feeling
So
it.
why are we taking advantage of the common man? You know.
Well, anyway, we just hope that someday soon all of this will be over, and we can have the beautiful Nigeria that used to be a point a while ago. Okay, so on this note, we'll say thank you for staying tuned. I hope you're not downcast. Try as much as possible to smile always, and then learn one or two traits. Learn something. You need to feed home. That is your sole reason for existence is to love mankind, help them the way you can, and then be good to yourself and others. So please, while being good to yourself, learn one or two skills that you can use to elevate yourself from all of this suffering. You understand? Thank you so much. Right about now, we'll go on a short break, and when we come back, it will be time for Sporting Joel to take you through the world of sports. Stay with us.
Some school of thoughts believe the major challenges confronting Nigeria as a nation is caused by poor leadership. How true is this? You and I can actually put government into tools to deliver the dividends of democracy. Join us every Saturday by 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Let us look at the issues confronting us as a nation together with talk heads. Nigeria can be great again. I'm Adenike Oweye Ajiboye. Keep it date.
What up, guys? How's your day going? How are you doing this? I want to believe that you're having fun, right? This bright and sunny day. You know that once you see this duo on your TV screen, we're here to serve you some entertainment.
And of course, entertaining gist coupled with good music won't hurt anybody, right? So here on Super Lunch, we get to entertain you, educate you on recent happenings in the world of entertainment. I am your girl, Eva Grace.
And I am Shegun Denola Adeyemi, the Duke of your airwaves. You know how it is. We serve you good entertainment Mondays all through to Fridays. And that's how we do. We'll take you on a smooth ride of entertainment. So don't go nowhere. Join us every Mondays to Fridays. We love you guys.
There's no place for pretense. I can't watch you stand there. Oh no.
Ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ó ta lẹ́nu, ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu, ó dùn lẹ́nu. Yusuf Olúṣọlá ní orúkọ ti tèmi Funky ọmọ ẹ̀lẹ̀ tó gbásìkì tó dùn tó kí tó yí gbogbo. Ẹ pàdé mi ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Thursday 8:30 to 9:30 àti gbogbo ọjọ́ Saturday 1 to 2 fún ètò tó ga jù. Ẹ má miss ẹ̀, ó ga jù lẹ́tò. Ẹ pàdé mi, ó ṣàprápra.
Lẹ́nu ó pọ̀ lẹ́nu ó dùn lẹ́nu. Come on, I cannot do.
Welcome to Naija Plus. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no. Wetin be your plan for your country, and wetin you sef want make your country do for you. You need to give something before you take something. Now the only way matter fit balance. No be say fowl no plan to fly you, but the power no carry am. As matter dey shele for inside Naija, make you sef chook your mouth, make we build our country. No be every time we go talk things bad. Come out for that corner before mosquito bite your tortoise. Oya, e get as e happen for your area and you want make plenty eyes see am, make you hear am, make you for reach authority. You get video of the scene? Send am sharp sharp. Before I forget, now top super screen we dey and my name na Mr. Peace, that MC with a biggie swag. Naija na for everybody. Make you not touch that there, make your finger for no.
All right, guys, welcome from the break. Right about now, we'll be moving to our sporting train. And with us this morning is no other than the sportman himself, the sport enthusiast, Joel Nwakego. Joel, good morning.
Good morning, Solo. Is it just a sport enthusiast?
Sharp as usual.
Oh, I mean, looking good is good news. It's a Monday. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Yes, we're starting off with the All-African Games that takes place in Ghana. And Tobi Amusan, Ese Brume, and 16 other athletes from the United States will be in Nigeria for camping, and registration closes today. I'm very sure they're in Nigeria already. You know, all they need to do is just get themselves registered for the tournament in Ghana, then jet out to Ghana. But it's good to have athletes from US, international based athletes, so they can really do Nigeria proud and get more medals, because it's a time we need to stamp our foot on the ground when it comes to games, especially sports in Nigeria. And in Africa too.
Advantage of our population. So Nigerians are all over the world doing well.
Now, something really synonymous with the All-African Games that starts in March 8th. The same day Anthony Joshua will take on Francis Ngannou in the big match. Though he's not talking about right now, but it will soon enough. Now, away from that, Italian Serie A, Osimhen picks the point for Napoli. They had a game against Cagliari, and Osimhen scored in the 65 minutes. After 25 games on the log, and Napoli still trading on ninth position, where they get close to Inter Milan time will tell. And Victor Osimhen had that goal out there, so good for Napoli. He scored against Barcelona. A lot of people didn't believe Osimhen back scoring after what happened in the AFCON. Just one goal in AFCON, right?
Yeah, if you recall, Joel, Osimhen started the season slowly, and the injury came.
Yeah,
I think he's not being fit. Also placed Napoli where they are currently.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
While he was away from the team, we saw how the team struggled in getting the goals, and now he's back and he's banging the goals. Osimhen is a world-class player.
Sure.
We can't take that away from him.
Playing the Champions League and still playing in the league, it's two different ball games. Now they have to do all they can to get back in winning ways. Probably win all the other games coming,
so they can get
and they can end the top four. Exactly, because I don't really see them winning the Champions League.
I don't see them winning the Champions League, and should they not qualify for top four, I see lots of clubs coming to prize Osimhen.
Exactly. We even heard about Manchester United coming in and Chelsea. Yeah.
I will not be surprised if Arsenal joins the race.
Exactly.
Osimhen is a
but Thierry Henry said recently that he doesn't want Osimhen to go to Arsenal.
Yeah, he said it. And his reasons I cannot tell. But I think he feels that the young man is a champ.
Yeah.
And he deserves to be in a club. Well, I mean, what stopped Osimhen from going to Real Madrid?
Yeah, exactly. You're right.
Top poacher. Osimhen is a top poacher. If Osimhen right now, if you're talking about Jude Bellingham, you're talking about Mbappe, Osimhen should be in
exactly.
Also, he made the FIFA Pro. FIFA Pro 11.
But you have an Mbappe that will be doing his thing for Real Madrid soon enough.
Mbappe is a winger. It's not a poacher.
He might just be converted to a poacher.
Well, I don't know how that will work for Mbappe, because his strength is from the wings. People have been asking questions of how would Mbappe fare with Vinicius Junior. Do
you see Victor Osimhen and Mbappe, out there in Real Madrid, best of both worlds?
Well, it will be interesting to watch, because
really interesting.
Osimhen is a striker who will give it. Just feed me, like they'll say back then.
Exactly.
Feed the yak.
Yeah, you're right. Feed me more.
Yeah.
Now, AFCON fallout. This is not a good one. The Rigobert Song have been touted to use a fake coaching result. And then he was the coach of the Cameroon national team. But he is still the coach anyway. But he said, I'm going to court to defend my name. Using a fake result as a coach, not a good one. For somebody like Rigobert Song.
I mean, it's a dent on his illustrious career and image. I just hope he'll be able to get himself out of this mess, because it's not a good one for him, for someone of his status.
Talking about Cameroon, after escaping goals from Nigeria, Onana got a handful against Fulham. Two Nigerians scoring, out there, Calvin Bassey and Wobi.
Yeah, it's funny how the goal came few days before that game. Calvin Bassey and Iwobi were interviewed by journalists from Fulham. And a few days after that interview, both of them scored in the game.
That's quite remarkable. A lot of Nigerians are doing this in the various clubs in Europe.
A lot of people did not understand what happened to that team in the final against Cote d'Ivoire. We saw that team beaming with confidence prior to that game, and how they switched on.
Were they hypnotized or something?
Sincerely, I can't tell. I don't know what happened.
Anyway, 3 games and 3 losses. That's the Tigers. Not a good one coming for the Tigers. The national basketball team and they lost to Uganda, Libya, and of course Cape Verde, qualifying for the Afro Basketball 2025. Not really good. Just last week here we had issues of they had issues of unpaid salaries. They're not treating the players very well. Right now, I guess they're affected psychologically. They went into this game losing all 3 games. It's really they're working on the tightrope, I must say.
Yeah, I think something must have happened to their psyche, and then I don't know. The coach just have to get the team back together, talk some sense into them, and let them come back blazing, because this is not the team that.
I see no reason where you have a basketball federation, you have a Ministry of Sports, and all they tell you is lack of funds. Funds come from the federal government to the Ministry of Sports, then disbursed to the federations, and now they complain of no funds.
Joel, you and I know that all of these monies go through lots of processes, lots of, so this person is taking his or her cuts out of here, and before
putting their personal interest first, not a good one.
That has been the issue with our sports ministry for decades.
On the detriment of Nigerians.
They don't care, and it's such a sad one. So the little achievements we've had over the years is because these players put their lives on the line, put their their integrity on the line. They tell them, so that we'll go there and we'll get these medals and we'll get these titles, and that's what we've seen. But talking about support from the sport ministry, it has not been.
Over time, the spotlight has been on football all the way. What happens to other sport? Basketball. Now, do you know that the Tigress, the FEMBASI national basketball team, they qualified for the Olympic and they weren't celebrated? That was what one of the players said in an interview, because now the Super Eagles, they came back from Ivory Coast, they were given national honors, funds here and there, but these girls, they qualified for the Olympics and they were not celebrated. For me, it's not a way to go at all.
I agree with you, Joe, but who gets the blame? I think we, the journalists. We get the blame, because we don't put these guys up there. How many of our media houses are even talking about our local sports?
Yeah.
So you will blame the government. Put it on their faces, and they will see the news. Put it on their faces. Talk about it. Let it be in the headline news the following day. The Tigers have qualified. These girls are making us proud.
Exactly.
Let the dailies carry it. Let the TV stations and all of them, and you will see that it will go viral.
The worst part is we don't have a running basketball league. I wonder how we're going to survive this, because we're always talking about youth development, getting athletes from a tender age and all that. Now, how do you go about this? Well, we don't have good youth programs. Who is to blame here?
I think it's the sport ministry, and they are in charge of setting up a workable, league for each sport. So they get the large chunk of the blame, and there are funds for all of this already planned out. It's part of their budget.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, we see that they don't. These things never see the light of day. There's no implementation, and I don't know how we are going to get out of this vicious circle that we're being, in for.
It's really a vicious circle, because we keep hearing of our politicians, taking a lot of money from government coffers and spending for their pockets, and nothing is being done. So what happens to if a minister, probably like a pump sec, takes a lot of money that's meant for athletes and uses it for his personal reasons? I mean, nobody does anything about it.
Yeah,
we don't talk about zero tolerance and all that, but we're not seeing anything happen.
Exactly.
What are the ICPs and the EFCs? What are they doing?
How many sport minister or sport administrators have been arrested and brought to book?
None.
You understand? So that's what we're talking about. How many of them are being investigated by EFCC? So, and again, another issue apart from that is that we don't have genuine sport lovers in our sport administration.
I think we have the wrong people in the right places. Yeah. That's just the word. That's it for sports for today. Join us later at 3 p.m. for the Duke and the gang as we took on Sports Hub. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you, Joel Wakego, for sport this morning. Guys, it's been an amazing morning, from the newspaper segment to the big story, and then to the hashtags and trends, and then to sport. I hope you had fun, because we had fun here in the studio, doing what we love to do. Thank you guys at the back end, Ahmed, Akin, Shegun. You guys have been amazing. Sam, thank you so much, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow. Don't touch that dial, and enjoy the rest of your day.